So today we are going to do arithmetic predicted paper for, and in this class I will be giving you each type of question. So every type of question which you can see in your exam would be covered in this class. Okay, so let's start with the very basic questions. So for example, addition and subtraction, like suppose there you have a box and 607 plus 508. So um, this is a simple addition question. You can use column method. Just write 607 and 508 and this add 7 and 8 is 15, so 5, then 1 is carried, and this 1, 6 plus 5 is 11. The answer is 1115, right? So this is the simple one. And other type of question could be um, so first type of questions, these questions are addition or subtraction. This is type 1 questions. For example, there could be a decimal one. Let's say there is 2.061 plus 5.52. So whenever you have a decimal addition question or subtraction, make sure you convert it into like fractions. Like like decimal, sorry. Like decimals means like here you have 3 digits after decimal point, but here you have 2 digits. So make sure these are equal. So this is 3. If I put a 0 there, this will also become 3. Now, simply like we add whole numbers, we will write them and add them. So this will become 6, 1 plus 0 is 1, this is 8, 6 plus 2, 5 plus 0 is 5, 5 plus 2 is 7. So the answer is 7.581. Okay, this was question number 2. Now, other type of question that can appear is the, either it can be a decimal, or for example if you have this 6 minus 15. So whenever you are subtracting a bigger number from smaller number, the answer is going to be negative. So 15 minus 6, which is 9, but because we are subtracting bigger number from smaller, so this will be negative 9. Okay, next is
Okay.
multiplication could be there. For example, 642 times what is equals to 642. So we know if we multiply any number with 1, we get same number, right? Or if we divide any number with 1, we get same number. Okay, so let me ask one um, with you. So let's say we have 5 times 4 times 2. You can write your answer in chat. Times these two, then these, answer with this. Exactly, the answer is 40. Very good. Similarly, the next type of question that appear in arithmetic paper is multiple operation questions, where you have to like you have to do 2 3 operations. And for example, 10 minus 2 square, or let's say this is plus 2 square plus 1, and something like this. So always we to solve this type of question we use this bid mass bracket. B stands for bracket, I for indices, division, multiplication, addition, and subtraction. In this order we always go. So bracket comes first. So first we solve this. This is 4 plus 1, which is 5. Then 10 plus 5 is 15. So the answer is 15. If we solve this first and then later this, so we might get a wrong answer. So always follow bid mass for multiple operation. Yes, board mass and bid mass are same thing. Board mass means others. Okay, O means other. And when I say bid mass, this is also same thing. Other here is indices. Indices means 2 square. Like this type of questions are called indices. 4 square. When you have this tiny thing at the top, this is indices or power. So it is same thing. Next type of questions are division, like long division. For example, 544 divided by 16. So first we check first digit. 5 is smaller than 16, so we cannot divide 5 by 16. That's why we consider two digit. So 54 divided by 16. Now we have to check because 54 is not that big, right? uh, as compared to 16. So we should not try 16 times 8. We'll times it with a smaller number. Let's try it with 3. So 16 times 3. If even you don't remember times table, this is how you can do. 16 times 3 is 48. So here we put 3. 16 times 3 is 48. Because if you check, 16 times 4 is 64, which is bigger than 54. That's why I'm not taking 16 times 4. And 16 times 3 is 48. Then we subtract 54 and 48, which is 6. Then I take this 4 down. So this is 64. And 16 times 4 is 64. So that's why um, we got 34. 34 is our answer. Okay, suppose there is some big number like you have to do 648 something. So you will times 16 by some big number. Like here 54 was not that big. That's why I started with 3. Okay, so don't, if even if you don't remember times table, you can use this method. Okay, like so division one, at least one or two or few questions would be from division, long division. So make sure you prepare long division properly. Next is this. Can you try this question? Here you have to use board mass. Multiple operations are there. Try it quickly and write your answers in chat, everybody. Exactly. The answer is 30. So first we do multiplication according to board mass because m is before addition. So we do multiplication first and then addition. So this which is 24 plus 6, 30. Very good. So other type of question. Now we will move to new type of questions. Let's there would be some questions from fraction. So in this class I will be covering all of those question. One question from each topic. Okay, so this is a revision class for arithmetic paper. For example, 4 over 9 plus 7 over 9. So whenever we have common denominator, addition becomes very easy, right? Whenever denominator is common, we just write it as it is. Remember, when denominator is same, we don't add them. Just write it as it is. We only add numerator. So 4 plus 7 is 11. So the answer is 11 over 9. Clear? But what if denominator is different? Let's say we have 1 over 6 plus 5 over 12. You can see denominator is different, right? We can convert them into same denominator. How? First I am writing it as it is because I know 6 times 2 is 12, right? So I can convert 6 both of them into 12. This is already 12, so I can just times it with 2. Whatever number I'm timesing it, I have to times numerator with the same number. So this is going to be 2 over 12 plus 5 over 12, right? And now we have same denominator 12. So I will just write it as it is. Add numerator 2 plus 5, which is 7 over 12. Is this clear? Okay, if this is clear, try another question. This is 3/4 minus 1/8. Very good. Try this question. Give me answer in chat. Very good. The answer is 5 over 8. We'll times this by 2 and 6 minus 1 is 5. So the answer is 5/8. Absolutely correct. Now, other type of questions in fraction is mixed fraction. So remember how we convert mixed fraction into improper, just times whatever is in the denominator, it will be as it is. Like here we have 5, so write 5 as it is, times these two and add numerator. Like 5 times 1 plus numerator 1. So 5 times 1 is 5 plus 1 is 6. So the answer is 6/5. That's how we convert a mixed fraction into improper. So whenever you have a mixed fraction and you have to add or subtract something, make sure you convert it into normal fraction first, improper fraction first. Like this, we just converted it into a normal one. So first we write denominator as it is times these two, 5 times 1, 5 plus 1, 6 minus 1 half. Now you can see denominator is different and we cannot convert, like these two does not appear in common times table. How do we make denominator same in this case? What we need to do is I can times this with 2 and this with 5, and with same number I have to times my numerator. So this will become 12 over 10 minus 5 over 10. You can see we have same denominator 10 and 10. Write it as it is, just subtract numerator. So 12 minus 5 is 7 over 10, and that's our answer, 7/10. Okay, so this is other type of question, and all of these questions are very very important. These are previous year questions paper. So this is how we add and subtract. We have learned how to add and subtract. Now to times, when we have to times two fractions, so for timesing, the rule is different. Just multiply top numbers and bottom numbers. Numerator with numerator, 3 times 1 and 7 times 2. This is even easier than addition. 3 times 1 is 3, 7 times 2 is 14. And that's our answer. Okay. Um, Now, suppose we have to multiply fraction with a whole number. Same thing again, because this is a whole number, there is nothing in the denominator. You can consider there is 1. So just times bottom one with bottom and top number with top. So 3 times 175 is 525. 7 times 1 is 7, and that's our answer. So I'll just write a question here. You can try it. For example, 4/7 times 5 over 8. Write your answer in chat. Very good. 20 over 56. Can we simplify it? If you can, write simplified answer. Very good. That's correct. Okay. Let's move to next question. Now, what we need to do is we can have other type of question in fraction is division. For example, we can have okay, miss. So when can we use the butterfly method? Butterfly method is for addition. Okay. For example, 2/5 plus 1/2. So this one, for this type of question, you can use butterfly method. Like you can times this with this and this with this. Okay. For example, 4, 2 times 2 is 4 plus 5 times 1 is 5. And in denominator, what you can do is just times these two. 5 times 2, 10. And the answer is 9 over 10. That's how. So butterfly method is always used for addition and subtraction, not for multiplication or division. Remember it. And division is, let's see this one. uh, 5 over 10, we have to divide it with 10 over 20. So for division, we write first fraction as it is. 5/10 will be just 5/10, and this this division sign, we can convert it into multiplication, and we flip this denominator goes in numerator and this will come here. So this will become 20 over 10. Now, before multiplying, always use the shortest and easiest method to save your time. This 0 cancel out with this 0, right? And 2, we can divide this 10 and this 2 with, if we divide 2 by 2, we get 1, and 10 divided by 2 is 5. And again, you can divide this 5 with this 5, right? Always. So we have 1, 1, and 1. So the answer is 1. Okay. That's how we solve these type of questions. Is this clear? Write yes if it is clear. If no, then you can write no. Very good. So try this question. What is the answer for this question? Give me answer. Yes, what is answer for this question? Very good. You got 1/4. Absolutely correct. Yeah, because 3/4 and then you convert it into multiplication, and this, if you flip it, this will become 1/3, and 3 cancel, and 1/4 is your answer. Absolutely correct. So we are going to cover all type of question. Other type of question asked in arithmetic paper is percentage of a whole number. Like they can ask you, what is 30% of 2400? Okay, so 30% of a whole number. So 30%, first you convert, because whenever we convert a percentage into a fraction, we write 100 in the denominator, because percent means out of 100. So 30 over 100 of will convert into times, and 2400. So these two zeros and these two zeros cancel out. Okay, we can only cancel out if one is in numerator, other is in denominator. We can never cancel out denominator with denominator and numerator with numerator. Okay, because they are in multiplication, like here. So we, what we are just remaining with is 30 times 24, and if we just times it, we can times 24 with 3, and then we can add a 0. So 24 times 3 is 72, and there is a 0, we put that. So the answer is 720. So 30% of this is 720. This is very important. At least one of the question would be like this in your exam, arithmetic, I mean. So then other questions, let me just give one. Try this: 30% of 3200. Try this question. Very good. The answer is 960. Absolutely correct. Because 30 over 100, times it with 3200, you can cancel these two zero with this, and 32 times 30 is 960. That's good. Okay. So some of the important topics we covered, and a long division, and now I can talk about the multiplication and division. For example, if we have to times 456 with 19. So this is how we write. And first we times this number with whole row. So first let's start with 9 times 6, which is 54. So 54, we write this number here, and 5 we put here at the top, carried over to next number, whatever is next to it. Then 9 times 5 is 45. 45 plus 5 is 50. So we put 0 here, 5 is carried over. We only carry if the number is 2 digit. And then 9 times 5, 9 times 4 is 36. 36 plus 5 is 41. So whatever is carried over, we times this with this and then add carried over number. This is 41. Then in the next row, when we are starting with next row, put a 0 there. Now what we have to times is, we have to times 1 with the same row. So 1 times 6 is 1. Whenever you have to times with 1, just write everything as it is. Make sure one number is underneath other. They should be aligned in one line. So now we add them. 4 plus 0, 4, 6 plus 0, 6, 5 plus 1, 6, 4 plus 4, 8. And that's our answer, 8664. Make sure you put comma to so that there is no confusion. And that's how we do. Okay. Now let's see how we convert, how we times a decimal number, or for example, if we have 5.6 and we have to times it with 1000. So this is going to be, we write the number as it is, like 56 without decimal. Now we are timesing it with 1000 and there are three zeros in 1000. So we need to move the decimal by three place, 1, 2, 3, towards right. And as you can see, there are two space which are empty, right? So to fill with, we will fill these things with zeros. Now what we have is 5600, and that's our answer, 5600. Okay, that's how we times. Okay, so try this 9 point, let me just do 0.94 with 1000. Try this. Let me know your answer. Everyone write your answer in comments. Okay, okay, very good. The answer is 940. That's correct because we move it three places. This is empty, we fill it, and that's our answer. Okay, great. But what if we are dividing? Let's say we have 11.2 divided by 100. Okay, so when we divide, we move decimal towards left. When we times, we move it towards right. That's the difference. Like here, there are two zeros in 100. So first we write our number 112 as it is without decimal. There are two zeros, so we need to move the decimal towards left by two place, 1 2, and the decimal would move here. So I will put decimal here, but there, because our number is starting with decimal, so we put 0. Whenever our number is starting with decimal, put a 0 in front of it. Okay, and then what we can do is 2 point, let's say you have 2.5 divided with 1000. Let me know your answer. Everybody write your answer in comment. 0 point, okay. See, there are three zeros, right? So you will move one, two, three. So your answer is, basically there are two space, right? So you need to put two zeros there and then the decimal would go there. So the answer is 0.0025 because number is starting with decimal, so put a zero in front of it. So this is the correct answer. There should be one more zero in your answer, Pari. Okay. Now we talked about everything. Now let's talk about percentage. So if we have zero point 0.5, uh, to convert this, this is a decimal number, right? And we'll see how we convert it into fraction and percentage. This is very important in some of the questions. So decimal to fraction is just write whatever is non-zero number 5. Check how many digits are there after decimal. There is 1. So we put 1 0 in the denominator. So this is going to be 10. Suppose we have 2.43. Okay, so we write non-zero number is 243, 243. There are two digits after decimal, so we put 100 here, two zeros. To convert it into percentage, percent means if there is 100 in the denominator, percent means out of 100 or per 100. So we can simply write it as 243 percentage. Just remove the 100 from denominator and put this sign, and that's how we convert a fraction with 100 in denominator into percentage. But here there is no 100, right? So we can make 100 in the denominator if I just times numerator and denominator by 10, right? So this will become 50 over 100. So this is going to be 50%. Okay, so that's how we convert a fraction into percentage. And similarly we can go in other ways, like if suppose you have given 865% or let's say 86%. To convert it into decimal, first you can write it as 86 over 100, which is fraction. So when we remove the sign, we get 100 in the denominator, because this is what percentage mean. Percent means per 100. And to convert it into decimal, just write 86, because we are dividing by 100. So we will put decimal after two digit, because there are two zeros, and the answer is going to be 0.86. That's how we convert. So can you tell me 93% in, okay, yeah, I can explain it again, sure. Let's take another example. So 93%, uh, to convert it into decimal, because percent means per 100. Okay, so 93 over 100. This is how we convert percentage into fraction. Just remove the sign, put 100 in the denominator. That's it. And to convert it into decimal, just write 93. There are two zeros in the denominator. So after two digit, you will put a decimal here, and the answer is 0.93, because we are dividing. That's why we are moving towards left. Okay, is this clear? Can you try this one? 15%. Convert it into fraction and then decimal. 15%. Okay. Very good. This is 15 over 100, and which is 0.15. Absolutely correct. So this is we covered all